in constitution based, the government can run 6 years. But there was emergency and all these things, and they run the 6 years. But during these 6 years, one thing it is we have to admit, the government during this they never harassed Muslims. They have brought all the talented Muslims. They elected them into the Legislative Assembly of West Bengal, and they rewarded them with the very key portfolio of the Ministry of West Bengal, and they provided enough job to the Muslim. They have one way they have done good thing by providing, which is their constitution, which is our constitution right to get a job. So at least we can say that it is better than the previous government who has not even given that right, and they have given. But they have not given us the mercy. They have not given us something like that, because this is our right to get a job. But that was given. But in result, what happened? The Muslim League was completely vanished from the West Bengal. That was the result, to finish the Muslim League in other side and provide Muslim. Then the next government, the Muslim got together and they elected the left front.
Yeah, Mr. Shahanshah Jehangir, how do you assess briefly the last 3 decades of left front regime vis-a-vis Muslims' situation in the state?
You see, now this is a very pathetic and very sorry state. The Muslims, they've all voted in bulk for the left front. They thought the change is required because there was they voted not because of Siddhartha Shankarai. He was the icon of the Muslim, and I still have my great respect and regard for the Siddhartha Shankarai and his government. But what happened that time, there was an emergency took place, and actually Muslim voted against the Congress. And then the left front came into the power, thinking that left front will do. They are always pretended to be the friends of the people. They say they are friends of the people. Whether you are Hindu, Muslim, they don't make that distinguish. But we are sorry, when the left front came and they continued ruling the left front till 34 years, till now, and during these 34 years, they were the worst rule in the history of Bengal ever elected government has done. And the Muslim, whatever the Muslim was left in West Bengal, they were reduced to absolutely to the zero, where the agriculture, mainly agriculture, their land was taken up and the land was distributed among the landless. But those landless they have distributed, if they distributed among the Muslim landless, I could appreciate you are taking from one Muslim and given. But it was not only given to Muslim in the name of Muslim, they have given to the immigrant population from the Bangladeshis, non-Muslims. They have given. So they broke our economical backbone there. And the educational, you find after the independence, not even single primary school, not even single higher school has been set up by the government, whether it is any government for the Muslim boys, and they are totally regulated Muslim into the education side. There was no college. Whatever the college was existing, those colleges were taking admission for the non-Muslim boys. There was no facility was given. Muslim boys were told not to go for education. They were not given any chance to sit in the college. Forget about university. As I told you, there is no university. Out of that, in spite of that, Muslim who struggled and they made some progress by selling their land with the hard work. They have made their some education progress toward their children. But now, after passing out their school, they hardly had any opportunity to go to the college because there was no college were ready to take them as admission them. And there is certain college who is in Calcutta, there are hardly any accommodation for them to stay in Calcutta because particularly their port is very costly to stay in Calcutta, and the non-Muslim will not give them any facility to provide them rented house or hostel or something like that. So they were totally deprived.
Muslims tasted the power of Congress for 3 years, for 3 decades, and next 3 decades they saw left front government. In the last 3 years, it is said that the Muslim vote has shifted from the left front, and they want a change. Do you think that in the ongoing assembly election, Muslim vote will continue shifting from the left, and new regime is coming?
See, in West Bengal, you are very much right. The Muslims are looking for a party who is going to safeguard their guarantee. As Muslims were kept absolutely in dark, but I must appreciate the effort of our Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh by having this Sachar committee. After the report of Justice Sachar committee came, it was a great eye-opener for the non-Muslim. Muslims were suffering. We know we are not getting job. We know we are not getting education. We know we are deprived in all sector of the segment, whether it is everything. But after that, we know that it has come to the publicly, it has come, and there was so much now democracy value is been given. Media is there, so media has also highlighted this the report of the Sachar and recommendation of the Ranganath commissions, and so many things are there. So after that, Muslims are definitely not happy with the left front government, with the left front, because this left front, I think, is worse than the 3 decades of the Congress rule, because this left front is consist of mainly illegal immigrant from Bangladesh. At least those Congress immigrants, they came because of the division of the country. But these people, they came as an illegal immigrant, and they are trying to, and they captured the administration, they captured the police, they captured every sector of the administration, and they are absolutely worse treatment that they have belted out. It is a Muslim. As a person, I give you the example. All the land that you see here in West Bengal, all the land that you see Muslim, the new developed land like Jadavpur, Rajarhat, Salt Lake. Now this land, majority of this land, 80% of this land was owned by the Muslims. Now you were evicted, they were acquired and they were evicted, not given any compensation, but by forceful they have taken, which is against the Acquisition Act. Correct? Please.